Welcome, Toon fans, to Toonhounds, your fortnightly foray into all things animated. I'm Rich, and with me, as always, is the Biff to my Marty. He's a horrible rapist.
Yeah, he's
the
bad.
Ted to my Bill. They're horrible racists.
Apparently.
The Spivsy to my Rich.
Yeah, there we go. That's neutral ground.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. My nose is running a bit.
It's the season. The weather's changing.
I woke up this morning and my face had just opened. It was awful.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I have been running, as I mentioned to you.
Yeah.
So I'm filled with the euphoria before my muscles start to berate me for my stupidity. I ran 3K this morning.
Shit. You're getting there, aren't you?
I'm only on week 5, I think.
God.
But I ran 3K. It's great.
I downloaded the app, and that was as far as I got.
The app is really good.
What is with the voice choices?
Oh, yeah, I know. I picked Ella Toon because she's a sports person, so I thought neutral.
Yeah.
But, I'd pick a comedian.
I mean, you'd have to be a psychopath to pick Sarah Millican.
Yeah.
That's a weird choice.
Yeah. Well, has she done the programme?
I doubt it. It says on her the bio thing when you turn it on. It says I don't really care about exercise and I'm more interested in eating cake. That's what it says on her bio. I get the self-deprecating humour.
Yeah,
but it's
that's not helpful.
Running a 5K.
It is a silly choice. I picked Ella Toon because I didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
Because I don't follow women's football. I don't really follow football. So, but she's fine. Very neutral.
Yeah.
Says all the right things. Gets me to run. But I will say that app is... Oh, sorry, I should explain this. We're talking about the Couch to 5K app, where you can learn how to run 5K in 9 weeks. And it's been really good. Every time...
9 weeks? If you only on week 5 and you're on...
Yeah.
Are you surpassing the expectations, or is that the level that you're expected to be at by that point?
Well, I did a bit more than I was supposed to this morning because actually I felt like I had a little bit more energy.
Yeah.
But so I think I'm slightly surpassing it. But I think it's mainly for people who have no levels of fitness.
Yeah.
So, and I have at least a foundation of fitness. It's just I don't really like running.
Yeah.
So I just I need to just I thought about doing it because I needed to build up my cardio. I think more than anything. Yeah. So, because my cardio is shit. So, but it's very good. And anyone who's really interested in getting fit, this is a very reasonably paced program, and it's free and it's on your phone. And the most important thing is you can listen to music over the top of it, and it just lowers the music level so that they talk to you. And then brings your music right back, which is very good integration.
Yeah.
But I would definitely try it. I know you've downloaded it. That is the first step.
It made me laugh this morning when you said that you'd been for a run and I'd been awake for about 10 minutes. I woke up and got 9:45.
Well, to be fair, the only reason I have to get up at the moment is because Evan wakes up at 6:45.
Yeah.
So, I am... And I start working...
Yeah.
No, I can't. And I start work in 2 weeks, so I've started to get up a bit. Well, I say started to get up, continued to get up early to make sure that it's not a massive adjustment when I start doing it.
It's a good idea.
So, you can probably tell by the fact that we've talked for 10 minutes about nothing to do with cartoons that we have very little to talk about this week in terms of the content of the cartoons we're watching.
Oh, God, yeah. They're a bit of a dud.
Yeah. Do you want to tell people what the theme was for this week and what we watched?
Our theme was time travel. We're watching cartoons based on movies about time travel. So we watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures and the Back to the Future animated series. I don't know what the proper title of the Back to the Future cartoon is. I think it's just Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, the animated series.
The animated series, yeah.
Wait a minute, bear with me. I've got it up. No, it's just called Back to the Future.
Yeah, it's just called Back to the Future. Not very good, either of them.
Yeah, we wish we could go back in time and pick better cartoons.
They were bogus, heinous. What's other things that Bill and Ted say that are bad?
I don't know.
Yeah, they just say them, don't they? Bogus and heinous.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with either of these. There's just not a lot right. Oh, there's something wrong.
Yeah. The racism. Yeah.
The racism. The
Yeah.
late 80s, early 90s racism that the cartoons often do.
Yeah. Often the worst kind of racism, where it's that they didn't consider it in any way. It was just, well, this is probably fine. Nobody will mind.
I was reading an issue of New Mutants where Ileana called Danny Moonstar Pocahontas the other day, and I was just like, that's... Yeah, and the writer didn't see anything wrong with it. It's like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah, it still happens these days. Do you remember the the Miles Morales What If comics where he became Thor?
No, I remembered them, but I never read them.
Oh Christ, they are so bad. They are like proper like 1980s racist. They're awful.
Oh,
like, there's a bit where he says by Odin's fade, and then Odin shows up and he's black. He's bald. He hasn't even got a fade. He's like, why did you say that then? Oh, it was terrible.
I'm not really of the mind that you need to be black to write a story about black people. You need to be white to write a story about white people, or gay to write a story about gay people.
But you should talk to people about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should have some sort of consultant who... So whenever I write a woman in my story, I like to get Rachel to read it and be like, is this realistic? Like when I'm talking about sex or talking about children and stuff like that. And Rachel is not like the voice of every woman, but
it's a second opinion, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I get so many like beta readers to read my story, because like I just want a lot of different voices. But this definitely didn't consult with any people at all.
No. This well, should we just talk about Bill and Ted for a bit?
Yeah, let's talk about Bill and Ted.
The episode was entitled "A Job, My Kingdom for a Job," which IMDb helpfully has a trivia page telling you that is a reference to Richard III. For all for all our linguistic listeners today.
Wow.
I know, it's incredible.
Do you know what? I know sometimes we sound pretentious and up our own arse, but if anyone doesn't know that is that reference, I feel like you should probably go and read more.
Yeah. Oh, it made me laugh the other day. There was people talking about where Romeo lives in Romeo and Juliet and where he's born. And there was somebody saying, I've been where Romeo died in this location. And somebody replied saying, well, as an English teacher, I know that he actually died in Verona next to Juliet. And I thought, that's not a thing that we have to like preface it saying that you're an English teacher. Who doesn't know that he died next to Juliet? That's like the entire concept of the book. That's what the entire book is about.
Also, they're fictional characters.
Yeah, they are fictional characters.
It didn't really die, did it? Because it never really lived. People are dicks.
Yeah, the writer of this Bill and Ted episode was Sean Roche or Roche, don't know. Roche.
I think probably Roche.
Probably Roche.
Roche.
Very prolific in the early days. Was on wrote for everything. He did.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah, did an episode of Punky Brewster, Police Academy series.
Cool. I used to love Punky Brewster.
I did as well. Yeah, it used to be on Trouble on Sky TV in the mornings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He wrote for the Karate Kid cartoon, which I didn't know existed.
I didn't know existed. There's a future Kung Fu 2 episode.
Yeah. Real Ghostbusters, Pirates of Darkwater.
I love Pirates of Darkwater. I was thinking the other day we should do Pirates of Darkwater and Conan.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
As like a fantasy 2, because we've already done fantasy before, but that would be a great one, I reckon.
Yeah, that would be really fun. Yeah. He wrote 2 episodes of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see what the other one was that he wrote, but IMDb is not telling me.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just curious if it was as poorly written as this one, because this one, not very good, I didn't think. Like, even disregarding the racist parts, because the concept of the episode is that Bill and Ted need a job because their parents aren't giving them any money anymore.
Yeah.
So they go to the mall and they try to...
No, they are. They just have to wait 5 days.
Yes. Yeah, that was the point, wasn't it? Yeah, they had to wait a bit to get the money. Yeah.
They don't... All they want is a frozen slushie.
Yeah.
Like, tough. Just wait the 5 days. But I do admire the spirit of wanting to get a part-time job.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So they have to get references before they can apply for the job. So they decide to travel through time and get jobs in different time periods because they're Bill and Ted. That's just what they do. So they go back in time to the French Revolution and they meet Marie Antoinette. And I quite like this section. I thought this section was funny. This one and the Lucrezia Borgia section.
Yes, they're the best ones.
Were quite funny. And then it just goes downhill after that.
Yeah. The writing haikus with Matsuo Basho, it was a bit weird.
Yeah. I found the other episode that he wrote. It was an episode called This Babe Ruth Babe is a Dude. So you can kind of tell what the humour in that one was going to be.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
It says, the dudes are faced with lunchtime detention and accidentally wash off a signature of Coach Sweat Socks baseball, which leads to meeting Babe Ruth, Harriet Tubman, and the famous vampire, Count Dracula.
Famous vampire. The best of the vampires.
The most well-known.
Maybe we should have watched that one.
Maybe, but I don't like how I don't like the title.
No, it seems a little bit. With today's framing, it seems almost like a little bit trans panic.
Yeah.
I like the concept of this episode. I like the concept of the series, to be honest, because it's just an extension of the excellent films, right?
Yeah. So what I do like about it is it being an animated series, and this is something that the Back to the Future series did. They could have really easily pivoted to make it into an educational film series.
Yeah.
Where it would be like them actually, learning real history about people, but they don't go into that in any way whatsoever. Like, this is, it's entirely for the humour, which I'm glad that they made that choice, because I think it could have been really lame otherwise.
Well, also, I'm glad that as a slight extension to that, they meet 4 different historical figures in this episode. They don't just focus on Marie Antoinette, which is really good, because they could have just stretched that theme out.
Yeah.
But I think what they've done is instead of doing a halfway house between because it's almost like a skit show, really.
Yeah.
What they should have done is they should have done Marie Antoinette and Lucrezia Borgia, and just leave it, right?
Yeah, they didn't
they've overfilled it.
Yeah. They didn't need the City of Gold part or the haircutting part. I don't think the jokes worked for either of them.
No.
They were just a bit forced.
I did like the fact that the City of Gold element was like, just the sun hits it, because that's sensible, but it wasn't a joke. It was like, we call it the City of Gold because the sun hits it at a perfect time and it makes it look golden, which is probably why it was called the City of Gold.
Yes, yeah.
But people were idiots and thought it was made of gold.
Yeah. I sometimes wonder about, the conquistadors thing, that they were all, the legends and stories that we get about the City of Gold, like the Fountain of Youth and all that stuff. Was any of that an actual thing? Did anybody actually believe that when they were? Because I assume that it was just a way to make the idea of colonising another country seem a bit more palatable to the people.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think it was a way to encourage troops. There is magic here, and this is a magical land, and there's a fountain of youth, and we can all live forever. And it's everyone's like, all right, let's go and kill some people.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like colonist propaganda rather than a genuine intent to do that.
Yes.
To find these things. Which is, I imagine, what all Christopher Columbus and every colonizer went through this sort of like the new world where we can go and find new exciting things, but actually let's just take land from people.
Yeah, even now, it's only just like quite recently that people have stopped believing that Christopher Columbus was proving the world was round.
Yeah,
like that was never a thing. He was trying to find like a shorter route to China, wasn't he? Like the trading routes, and then went in the wrong direction.
Well, that's how the propagation of Christianity happened in Japan as well. When the Catholics went over, and then the Protestants went over, and then they started interfering with wars and things like that. My obsession with samurai has continued because I've just finished watching Shogun, and Rachel has said to me that I need to stop now because all my references and all my stories are about samurai and culture, the culture of Japan and things like that.
It's going to become a Ronin.
Well, also, because Evan has heard me talk about this, Evan wants a katana, a fake, wooden katana, and a samurai suit. And I was like, no, we can't get you armour for Christmas.
Of course you can.
Sick. Etsy, get him like a mask and a full shogun suit.
Yeah, you need to get him one like a proper sword, not one of them little swords. What are they called? Like the wakashabi or whatever it is.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I think you're right, wakashabi.
Is it?
The sword for up close kills and
the one where you drop it and catch it in midair. They're doing everything.
But also used for seppuku.
Yes.
Yes.
Get him a suicide sword.
Oh, don't tempt me, Swiftsy. Don't tempt me. But I feel like the problem with this. So they go to Marie Antoinette to help her bake a cake. They help the explorer, I can't remember his name, find the Lost City of Gold.
Onate.
Oh, yeah. Then they help Lucretia Borgia escape her dad,
they don't mention any of the incest, surprisingly.
No.
I love the Borgia section.
I love that her dad is the godfather.
Oh, God, yeah, that was funny.
That was good.
They made Rodrigo Borgia just into Marlon Brando. That was really funny. I'm glad they did that. I thought it was funny enough when they first landed in Italy and the guy sounds like a New York taxi guy. That's
the thing. If they had focused on... This is a half-good cartoon. Yeah. If they had focused on Marie Antoinette and Lucretia Borgia and forgot about Basho and Onate, it would have been fine.
It would have been okay,
The stuff with Basho is bad. It's bad-o.
It was slightly racist, just in terms of the accents that they were doing.
Yes,
and the major problem for that section was that it just didn't really make any sense and it wasn't funny.
No.
It was just this is how the haircut was invented. Like, I don't think this needs to be in.
No, and also they weren't really doing a job in with Onate and Basho. No, they were just there. Yeah, whereas they were doing actual jobs with Borgia and Antoinette.
Yeah. They weren't really doing a job with Juan either. They were just sort of pointing towards the place, and then somebody else did it anyway.
He was already going there, and then the other guy turned up. The other guy who looked Native American.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense at all. No.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't look South American.
No, because the Lost City of Gold is Inca, Aztec.
Yeah. I can't remember which one of those it is. One of those cultures. But the guy that showed up was a Native American. So it was very mixed. It was almost like they all look the same. So let's just reuse an asset we've used before. This show, to me, had a real high amount of potential. And so did Back to the Future, to be fair. I don't know whether or not... maybe we've been duped by a list of episodes that aren't the best, right?
Yeah,
because
maybe.
I could feel like this would work better if we got the right episode.
It being a series of vignettes, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe there's just like somewhere it's a really good one out of the four. And it's you can't really watch them all in one go, and you just need to watch clips of it. It might be one of those kinds of shows. Although this does seem I could kind of tell where the ad breaks were going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. It felt like it was written for scheduling.
Yeah. Like on a magazine show in the mornings.
Mm.
We'd have like a dog puppet telling you about the cartoons, and then they'd play a bit of Bill and Ted, and then they'd go back and do a skit, and then go back to Bill and Ted. It felt like one of those.
Mm. I also feel like one of my problems with the show would be, if I kept going with it, would be the glorification of horrific historical figures.
Yes, yeah.
So, you know the one I said was supposed to be the best episode, which was called, wait for it, One Sweet and Sour Chinese Adventure to Go, which already is just like
red
really
flags.
Bad titling. Really red flags. So they break a Chinese vase and then go back to ancient China to find a replacement, but they meet Marco Polo.
Mm.
And I'm like, no. Ancient China, there is going to be, if there isn't going to be some sort of horrific accent or pulling at the corners of eyes, which I'm not okay with in any way.
The image that they have used to advertise that episode on IMDb, I'll just send it to you, so you could.
Are they wearing the straw hat?
Yep, of course they are.
Of course they are. It reminds me instantly of when Bugs Bunny encounters Chinese people, and he over accentuates the eyes and the buck teeth, and it's just like, no, I'm not prepared to talk about that. But Marco Polo, let's talk about like some of the characters who are in this series as well. Marco Polo, Mozart, Little Richard, which Bill and Ted, this is the second episode. Bill and Ted are flunking music appreciation. They're given an assignment about classical music and end up meeting musical personalities such as Mozart and Little Richard. They also get in trouble with history's greatest archer, William Tell. I don't know how those two go together.
No, I don't either. I was under the impression that William Tell was not a real person.
I thought he was not a real person.
A wheel person. Is he really good at William Tell?
I don't know.
He seems like
legendary folk hero, of Switzerland.
Maybe.
They meet Julius Caesar. They meet Iron Maiden. Apparently so. Francis Drake, Henry Ford, another shit heel.
Yeah, the Nazi. So they've met a Nazi. That's cool.
The Wright brothers. Henry VIII.
This Hitler dude is totally bogus, Ted.
Henry VIII, another monster. Ivan the Terrible. Calamity
he's got
Jane.
terrible in his name.
Yeah. Paul Revere.
Did they ride with him? They definitely rode on his horse, didn't they?
Probably. Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
Prince Rupert III.
That's an odd one.
Henry Morton Stanley. David Livingstone.
Feels
Saladin.
Like, after a while they ran out of people.
John Henry. Queen Victoria. Babe Ruth. Harriet Tubman. Count Dracula, again, not a historical figure. Thomas Edison, Da Vinci, Joseph Priestley, Christopher Columbus, John Sutter, Mark Twain and Shakespeare.
At the same time?
I don't know. They must find a person for career day, so they go back in time to find William Shakespeare, gold pioneer John Sutter, and American novelist and humorist Mark Twain. The Brothers Grimm, George Washington, Davy Crockett, Lady Godiva. That's a weird one.
I hope they did like the Austin Powers joke.
Martin Luther, Elvis Presley,
the
Casanova.
Person.
Yeah.
That's funny. Casanova, was he real? Was Casanova a real person?
Yeah.
I thought he was a book.
Venetian adventurer and writer.
Oh. I didn't think he was a real person.
Yeah, and there's loads more. I could just go on forever.
Yeah, I don't. Like you said, there's something here. Like they could have done something. Like doing silly humour stuff with historical figures is, it's a good bit. There's meat on it, but
well, I mean, Horrible Histories does a great job of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just like the idea that there is a thing about history where it's not overtly educational, that they're just having fun with it.
Like, genuinely, Horrible Histories is one of the best shows about history because it has
definitely
enough learning mixed with absolutely batshit insane humour.
Yeah.
And I genuinely love Horrible Histories. I think like the comedians on it are really great.
Yeah, their whole team is really fun.
Yeah,
I love Ghosts.
and the show is adult friendly, so it's for kids but adult friendly.
Yeah.
And they do like raps and stuff like that, and great songs. It's really funny. This could have been like that.
Yeah.
Especially as there are songs. Like, Bill and Ted didn't play any music. They got their musical influences from their time travels.
Yeah. I love the animation at the end when they're playing the guitars was really funny.
Yeah.
With their arms are just like going up the clackers. It was great.
I think both of these shows are self-fulfilling prophecy shows.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have written the song they are trying to go back to find out about if they hadn't have gone back.
Yeah.
And Marty wouldn't have got in the trouble he would have got into and had to go back unless he went back in the first place.
Yes.
So if he just had stayed where he was, nothing would have happened. Interesting that you told me that Alex Winter and Leonardo DiCaprio. Who am I talking about? Keanu Reeves did the voices for the characters.
They did, yeah.
Because I couldn't hear them in it.
I could sort of. I could tell that it was the guy who plays Rufus. It was definitely George Carlin.
Yeah,
like, that was really clear to me. Or somebody doing an incredible impression of him.
Yeah,
I could sort of see it because
but they sounded the same. Did they sound the same in the film?
I don't think so. Where did you watch it?
Did you
get it on
really
Dailymotion?
Poor quality Dailymotion? Yeah.
I think I watched the same one because the audio was very rough. It was very muddy, the audio. So I wonder if that accentuated their similarities a bit.
Maybe. I'm aware that Malonite is saying, I shared my Google Drive with you, but we literally did decide on these episodes like the day before yesterday and had to quickly do it. I think we forgot kind of that we were recording today.
Yeah, I watched these yesterday.
Yeah, I watched them in bed, which is at the end of this episode, I fell asleep for 5 minutes. And I was like, am I missing anything? Probably not. And then just watched the end. I missed almost entirely the Basho sequence.
Yeah, you missed
had
much.
to go back. Well, I did go back.
Yeah.
I did go back and watch it.
The very,
I was
very, very
tired.
end. The very, very, very end of this episode, I could really tell that they didn't know how to end the episode, like what to do, because they just run away. They literally just run away from the problem.
The element of the going back for a part-time job, it's not referenced again.
No.
It's just forgotten about. It's just the vehicle to get them there.
Yeah.
We
didn't mention that was the B plot. They were meant to be finding out the song that Rufus asked them to find.
Yeah,
because they were in the Bill and Ted Historical Museum from the future.
Yeah.
And accidentally broke the holographic disc thing, which had a song on, which was like one of the songs that was going to save the world, and they couldn't remember what it sounded like, so they had to get Bill and Ted to re-record it, and that's another reason they were going through time, was to get music.
Yep. But they were influenced by each of the 4 people that they stopped with to write the song.
Yeah,
that's quite fun. The bones are here of a good show. I feel like if this had been written now, it would have been so funny.
Yes.
It would have been so funny. And I kind of feel like the same is true of Back to the Future. I feel like not enough of all the bones are there, but the magic connective tissue of what made the films special and made the films fun is missing with these 2 productions, because Bill and Ted is great, and Back to the Future is one of the best films ever made. It has that perfect thing of both the films actually have the perfect thing of everything is a callback. Like in the same way that Hot Fuzz, everything is a callback, and that's what makes that such a great comedy film. Everything pays off. Yeah, it's just, and that's really tight writing, and I feel like these don't have that tight writing. It's that makes the thing special. That makes it feel like each of the productions feel like lightning in a bottle, and to try and replicate that in a syndicated cartoon series, it's not. You can't really do that.
No. Yeah. Like you said, I think if this was made today, it would be a bit better. I think we've got a better grasp on this kind of humour at this point.
Yeah.
We've just got better writers. I mean, this came out in 1990 when the animation industry was very oversaturated with celebrity cameos and cartoons based on other properties.
Yeah.
Everything was like the marketing thing for it.
Yeah.
Which it kind of like meant that a lot of writers were spread incredibly thin across multiple series that they were writing for. And then because there were so many writers all working on the same series, everything kind of feels like the same show.
Yeah, I agree. These feel like they're exactly the same, that the writers just got up from one table and then crossed the hall and went into the table for Back to the Future.
Yeah, and then they go over the corridor to work on Camp Candy, and then over to the Police Academy cartoon series. And then
Absolutely. And I feel like that's why they feel almost threadbare. The connective tissue isn't there because the writing staff are almost spread across too many projects, so they don't really have a feel. So if you're writing a series, I think, like, I always go back to, and I know I'm comparing apples and oranges with this, but when we wrote TTOS, we were really close-knit. We were meeting every Sunday, and we would go over scripts 3 or 4 times, and we would really nail everything, wouldn't we?
Yes, I think this is why writer's room is so important.
Yeah.
Because now, a lot of things are sent freelance. Like, I think Simpsons, most of the stuff they do now is freelance writers who send in like spec scripts.
Yeah.
And you think you can tell when it's like only one person who's like on it, and then they send it to like a couple of editors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, perfect example, that Ricky Gervais one. It doesn't feel like The Simpsons.
Yeah, It feels like a Ricky Gervais self-insert fanfiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that episode's awful.
It is one of the worst. Even like in season 1 and 2 by comparison. But like, if you had a dedicated, this is where TV writing and cartoon writing has got so much better.
Yeah.
You don't work for 7 shows. You work for 1, and every joke you tell, every piece of writing you do, is fit around the structure of that show. So you almost like this is a bad analogy, but you are, as writers, stretching a skin over the bones that have already been created.
Yes.
So, and then you take it off, and then you repackage, and then you take it off, and then the next episode you repackage. So it always maintains the same shape.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why shows like Adventure Time work. Because they've got like a backbone going through it. They've got the rules, and they really adhere to those rules. And that's why shows in the 90s didn't work so much, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
Apart from things like Deep Space Nine, right? Because you had a writer's room there. You had like...
Yeah. I mean, Simpsons had a writer's room, and the best stuff was from then.
Yeah. But I think that's why this doesn't work as well. I'd still give it a 5. I think it's
fine. Yeah,
perfectly down the middle, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it just needs tidying up, I think.
Yeah, like, if we sat down, we could redo this episode, but better. I'm confident.
Yeah,
right.
I think quite a lot of the things that we watched that are pretty bad are bad in execution rather than what they actually are.
Yeah,
I agree. Needed like some help.
This is the perfect... These 2 cartoons are the perfect example of this. That you've got the sandbox set up, you've got the bones of the show, you've got the characters already established. You need to write for that, not write something new. You need to write something in their voice, in their world, and it didn't work. I feel sometimes because they go for the generic easy joke. Like the Bill and Ted wearing yellow straw hats in Asia. Yeah.
It's very low hanging fruit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's punching down as well.
Yeah.
It's people from the future coming to punch down on people who aren't as technologically advanced, and that feels in today's society wrong. Rightly so.
Yeah.
They should be punching up. They should be looking at the culture, and Bill and Ted should be the joke, not the jokers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're the ones in the wrong in most situations. Yeah, they're the incorrect ones. I mean, the funniest joke in this whole episode was Marie Antoinette trying to use the phone, and them having to tell her that phones hadn't been invented yet. That was funny.
Yeah. Going back to my predilection for samurai content and stuff like that, that's one of the things I like most about Shogun. Like I don't know if you've watched it, but the main character, John Blackthorne, is always wrong. Is always an idiot. Is thinks his culture is so superior to the culture of the samurai, and he bumbles through. And although he is a nice person, he causes a lot of chaos. Yeah. And the whole point of the show is he is not trying to change enough. He is the stranger. He is the usurper. He is the interloper. He needs to adapt to their culture rather than them adapt to his.
Yeah.
And that is how you tell that story. You don't tell The Last Samurai or Dances with Wolves, or the one? The Last Mohican.
Those movies are, you're doing everything wrong, I'm here to explain culture to you.
Yes, I'm the white saviour. And that's why I can't watch those films, even though they are quote-unquote good. I think audience now see them with the lens of, this white saviorism is bullshit. You shouldn't go to another country and expect everything to be catered to you. And this is what these shows, in a little microcosm, this is why these shows don't work as well as they should do, because Bill and Ted, as I said, should be the joke, not the joker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We fucking solved it.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. We need to get the rights to Bill and Ted now. We can do this.
Yeah,
do it proper.
We can do this.
Yeah,
we can do this easy. I'd give it a 5. You?
Yeah, like 5 or 6. It's straight down the middle, perfectly.
There was some
serviceable.
There are some good stuff in there. The stuff with Borgia, the stuff with Antoinette, it was quite good on reflection. I sometimes feel like this. We talk outside and we're like, oh, this was boring. I've got nothing to say. And then we talk about it and we're like, actually, was it that bad? We've watched some absolute shit before. Like I feel like one of the things that I like, one of the reasons I like doing this podcast so much is we try and come from it from a positive point of view where we see the potential in things.
Yeah, I think
that's blowing smoke up our arse, obviously.
I mean, I think that's just a healthy thing to do. Like, if you go into everything expecting, like, oh, this is going to be shit and I can't wait to rag on it for 45 minutes, then that's not fun. Like, why are you watching it in the first place? Like, even the crap stuff that we watch, it's fun to talk about afterwards because it's crap. Yeah. We don't get angry at it or anything. It's more like...
We've said that before, haven't we? Yeah. There's absolutely no point in getting angry. These things weren't. Most of the things we watched weren't created today, so we shouldn't really be mad about it. There's no point. It's already happened. Yeah. B, we're not seeing it with the cultural lens. We're trying to see it with the cultural lens, but it's impossible for us to see it now with the lens of watching a Looney Tunes cartoon in the 40s. Right?
Yes.
We can't. Yeah. We can't do that. We can't understand. Why there's so much anti-Japan sentiment in some of the Looney Tunes cartoons and stuff like that, and it's because we didn't live then, and also,
and it's one of those things, I don't think you need to understand it. It's more like just accepting the historical significance of that.
Absolutely, yeah, and understanding that that doing the whole Whoopi Goldberg at the start of the Looney Tunes cartoons and being like, this was not appropriate, but this is how people thought back then. We're not excusing it. We are just saying it happened, and these are our thoughts on it now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's like even the Richard III that this episode was named after. The whole thing is propaganda.
Yeah,
against a whatever family it was that Richard III was in, because it was the opposing family to the Tudors. I can't remember what it was called.
Wait a minute. Not I was going to say Lannisters.
Was it Mountbatten?
Tudors and...
It wasn't the Stuarts.
No, it wasn't.
Was he Mountbatten? I've got that in my head.
I don't know. There's a Mountbatten in Plymouth, and all it's coming up with is that when I do that on Google, so forget that.
Yeah, but it was just that they were at war, and he was in the pocket of Queen Elizabeth, and yeah, it was all just propaganda. But if you have to read that with that knowledge that it was propaganda, and not think, that Richard III, he was a right bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've talked about Bill and Ted enough.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch just to... Yeah, I'm sure we'll come back to it as we talk Back to the Future.
Yeah.
But all right then, let's take a break and we'll be back to talk about Marty McFly's weird voice.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Christ.
Twin grab. Data bank. World. Time. Phone dialer.
Casio, watches that do more than keep time. They keep you ahead of your time.
Have you seen that there are 6-inch scale action figures of the Back to the Future cast from NECA?
No.
Check these out, because they are silly as hell.
Are they from the cartoon?
Yeah, they're the cartoon.
They are so weird.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're awful.
They're really horrendous, aren't they?
Look at Marty's shoes. Weirdly, the Biff one is the best one. Although I don't like his crotch. Look at that.
He's got a hanger.
Oh, that's bad. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the break. I don't know what we're going to stick in there. Something that won't get our episode copyright struck, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I won't put in another episode, another advert for some toothpaste from the 1950s, which somebody managed to copyright strike. How did that happen? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. So don't brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Don't let them fall out.
I put in an advert for Velveeta last time.
Yeah, some advert for like clocks or timepieces or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find something. A Rolex advert.
Perhaps you can just do what Josh does and put the Alcora aluminium advert in all the time.
Yeah.
So, time travel cartoons. Unsurprisingly, we did pick the 1992 episode of Back to the Future, A Friend Indeed.
A friend in space deed.
Deed.
So it's a pun. It's a pun title.
This was officially voted the best episode of Back to the Future, the animated series.
That is insane, because this episode sucked. This was so boring. It wasn't funny.
Yeah. No.
What were the other choices?
I don't know. There's no Doc Brown in this one.
No, there isn't. No. There's nobody in this one.
No.
Marty's in it, is it?
Marty and Biff, I suppose.
Yeah, sort of.
The cartoon did heavily rely on Jules and Vern, who were shit characters. Didn't really care for them.
Yeah.
And Jennifer's in it, I suppose, although she's weirdly blonde and like she's had a complete redesign. But considering
she looks like, you know, occasionally on like Goof Troop or in the Goofy movie, they would have a real person and they try to make them look like a character, or like they do in Arthur, where they'd have an actor be an animal. She looks like that because her nose is like Ursine. Yeah,
she looks like what's the female mouse from Chip and Dale?
Gadget.
Gadget. I was going to call her Ratchet. Gadget. She kind of looks a little bit like her.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
Yeah, it does look a bit weird. So, I'll do a brief rundown of what happens in the episode. So, Biff jealously, in the 90s, Biff is digging up his garden, or he's getting his son to dig up his garden.
Yeah, Biff Tannen Jr.
Biff Tannen
So
Jr.
apparently this was his first appearance in the series.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So Biff is jealous of his neighbours having a pool installed and gets his son to dig up a plot of land in Biff's garden. And they find a deed from the 1800s for Jennifer's family ranch.
Yeah.
And so Marty heads back with Jules and Vern to the Old West, even though Back to the Future 3 already happens in the Old West, and there is already a Biff Tannen analogue.
Yeah,
Buford,
Yeah.
Mad Dog Tannen, don't call him Bad Dog, to find out what the how to get the deed annulled, or get Jennifer's family to keep the deed. Now, Jennifer has invited Marty in the present to dinner or lunch with her grandfather, and Marty, being a dickhead apparently, even though he's really cool in the film, he's just a clown.
He's awful. He's a prankster.
He's
a juvenile gangster. He's terrible.
He's just awful. Has also got a pen that has invisible ink in it.
Yeah.
That's funny, apparently.
Yeah, really funny. Yeah, hysterical.
So when he gets back to the 1800s, he finds out that the Parkers were swindled out of their property by a Buford Tannen
Thaddeus
Tannen.
Biff's great-great-granduncle, apparently.
Yeah, so he's an uncle, not a direct ascendant. So he joins the gang, hoping to prevent the scheme. And Thaddeus's sister takes a liking to Marty, and they get engaged.
Yeah, that's what most of the humour, quote unquote, in the episode
unquote.
is based around is sexual assault, basically.
Yes, yeah, and kidnap.
Yeah.
They, as an engagement present, Tannen ties Jennifer's great-great-great-great-grandmother to the tracks of a train.
Yeah.
And tracks of a train? Train tracks, as they're commonly called.
The tracks of the train. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay, right, fine.
Yeah.
And threatens that he will leave her there unless old Pa Parker signs the deed over to Thaddeus. But Marty gives him the invisible ink pen so that... This is so stupid. So that he signs the deed, and it will eventually disappear.
And won't be legally binding, apparently, because that's how contracts work.
Yes.
Yeah. If you tip X out what something's written down on a contract, it's null and void. Everyone knows this. Yeah.
I mean, Biff couldn't have just turned up to the ranch and started digging up stuff. He had to have gone through like probate and stuff like that and gone to get it officially listed as his property.
But he has literally just found a piece of paper with some writing on it and decided it was legally binding. But they would have to look this stuff up. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cartoon. It doesn't matter, but it's just it's just quite funny.
And then Marty basically saves the Parker Ranch, and Jennifer kisses him. The end. There is no content to this episode, and you can tell there's no content because 10 minutes nearly is a skit at the front with Christopher Lloyd digging up stuff on the beach with a metal detector. Yeah, then a recipe for invisible ink.
Yeah.
With Bill Nye.
Yeah. Apparently he shows up all the time.
Every episode. Yeah. It's so weird. Like 10 really minutes of the show is dedicated to this because they didn't have faith in the writing itself.
Yeah.
There is nothing to talk about with this.
The amount of nothing to talk about in this episode. There is the Back to the Future fandom wiki, obviously.
Right, okay. Yeah.
There is a page for this episode with a behind the scenes section on different things.
Yeah.
And for some reason, whoever wrote this behind the scenes section was very enamoured with Sheriff Taylor, because there are several pieces of trivia based on him. Like, there is a Spider-Man reference in this episode. Sheriff Taylor, who is himself an homage to another pop culture icon, apologises to Grandpa Parker, saying, "Sorry, Pete." So the grandpa's name is Peter Parker, which is a Spider-Man reference. And it says, in Solar Sailors, the 2091 car parking service was called Peter Park It. Incidentally, Joshua Keaton has provided the voice of the character in the 2008 cartoon Spectacular Spider-Man, as well as several video games. How is that behind the scenes of this episode?
No. Also, Joshua Keaton is Jules, isn't he? So, yeah, it was one of his first roles as a voice actor.
Yeah. I don't know why they bothered. And as Grandpa Parker was a police officer and later detective with the Hill Valley Police Department, he and Sheriff Taylor has probably known each other for years. It's possible that Peter's a nickname to distinguish him from his son, Danny Parker Jr. What? That's not a behind the scenes. No. That's just you writing like slash fiction about Sheriff Taylor and Grandpa Parker.
Also, in the live section segment at the end of the show, the DeLorean keys appear, and it is one of the few moments it is ever seen on screen. The keys to the DeLorean.
What?
I don't understand that sentence.
I don't either, because if it was the keys to the DeLorean, wouldn't it be the few moments that they have ever appeared
They are
on screen?
seen, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't understand plurals. I think the writers were maybe putting in some Spider-Man references because there's nothing of any value in this. You know what? I will say the base element of the story, the self-fulfilling prophecy of like if Marty hadn't have gone back, there wouldn't have been any need for the deed to be transferred. That's quite funny, right? That whole setup is good. I don't like that Jules and Vern have such a big part of the show because they're not the characters that anyone would be interested in after watching.
I mean, in this episode, they don't really have a big part in the episode.
No.
They show up to go back in time with Marty in the locomotive, and then they kind of disappear for the rest of the episode while Marty goes around committing crimes.
Do you know what I didn't understand? Why Jules and Vern thought it was a sensible idea to come a couple of minutes earlier via the locomotive to pretend to be the locomotive that was coming 30 seconds later.
Yeah,
to
I didn't
scare
get that.
Tannen off. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
because what it does is it delays Marty in untying Jennifer from the tracks.
They were waiting for the train specifically to kill Jennifer. So why would it coming early be like frightening to them? I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. I mean, it's a bit weird that they did like a Snidely Whiplash scheme in the first place, where they were going to demolish this poor woman.
Yeah, it's I do like that even though Doc and Clara aren't in the episode, they do the whole they were watching a performance of Hamlet by the original cast.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that.
That was quite funny.
Yeah.
Because you would do that if you had a time machine.
Yeah.
And I also like the whole toxic waste dump reference to Back to the Future Part 2. That's quite clever.
Yeah.
It's clear that they had a love for the films.
Yeah.
But they just weren't very well written.
No, it just wasn't very funny.
Would say.
And it just lasted too long. I think this should have been like a 10 minutes adventure, then another adventure after the break. It didn't need to be a full 22 minutes of this one concept. It just went on too long.
I'm going to tell you something that will not surprise you.
Yeah.
One of the writers of this episode, Sean Catherine Derrick, guess what her screenwriting debut was?
This.
Food Fight.
Food Fight? Shit.
Yep.
Jeez.
Although, listen to this, she eventually became a story editor and writer of Batman the Animated Series during its first season.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, but many Batman scripts she worked on weren't approved by standards and practices. Although she wrote POV, the episode, the Rashomon episode of Batman the Animated Series.
I think we watched that for this.
She is the great-grandniece of Leo Tolstoy.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
That's a fact for you.
Yeah.
She wrote Nothing to Fear. She co-wrote it. That's the first appearance of Scarecrow. She wrote POV, the teleplay. She wrote The Forgotten, which is where Bruce loses his memory and is put in a chain gang. She wrote The Cat and the Claw, the one with Kate Mulgrew as Red Claw. What else did she write? Prophecy of Doom. Oh, that's a fucking awful episode. What else did she write? Did she write anything? Doesn't look like it. No, she wrote those. Cat Scratch Fever. Oh, she wrote some really terrible Catwoman episodes. the Catwoman episodes are some of the worst episodes of Batman the Animated Series. So, oh god, yeah. So she wrote some good ones, but she also wrote some absolute stinkers.
Yeah. I was like browsing the Back to the Future Wikipedia.
Uh-huh.
I think this was there was an episode called Forward to the Past,
Right.
where they go back in time to like dinosaur times, and they do something and it causes an alternate 1991 where dinosaurs are still around, and Biff Tannen is a dinosaur. He's called the Tannenosaurus, and he's the police officer.
That's quite fun.
That's quite funny.
It looks like on these pictures on the IMDb, are these VHS releases?
Yeah, they released quite a few of them. Like, I think it was something like 18 of the 26 episodes came out on VHS.
Right,
because
because they're all double bills,
VHS
aren't they?
connections. Yeah. They did 3 Laserdisc releases, I think it said, and they have released the entire series on DVD in like a couple of years ago. I'd say a couple of years ago. It's probably like 15 years ago.
I think it was released. I've got a Steelbook. It's just occurred to me that I could have watched it on this. I think the Steelbook trilogy of Back to the Future also comes with Back to the Future the Animated Series.
I think it comes with the first 2 episodes.
If
it's the 30th anniversary release. It's
I think
the
so.
first
It's
2
the blue
episodes.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't have watched that anyway then. Do you know what the best part of this episode is? That Tom Wilson is the voice of Biff.
Yeah.
Because he's really good. He's really good. And so's Dan Castellaneta, actually. As Emmett Brown. Castellaneta. I always say his name wrong. Because that doesn't sound like a name.
No.
Sorry, Dan. It doesn't.
Castanets.
Yeah. Dan Cabbage Bag. So I like that he's a good Emmett Brown. David Kaufman is a fucking awful Marty McFly.
Oh, terrible! I don't know what he was doing. Like the voice is just awful. It's, Jennifer, I gotta go back in time.
He talks
like he was trying to do. It sounded like Jimmy, whatever his name is. The man who shot Liberty Valance. I can't remember his name. Guy from It's a Wonderful Life. You know the one.
Yeah, I know you mean.
Yeah.
Do you know who he sounded like to me when Marty's son in the future from Back to the Future 2?
Yeah.
That stupid squeaky voice. Yeah, I didn't like him at all. Why you would get Christopher Lloyd to film all the beginning parts of every episode, and then not get him to do the voices.
I reckon they must have written like 20 odd vignettes, like intros, got him in for an afternoon, gave him $75,000 and got him to film everything in one go.
Yeah,
I can't imagine how they would have done it otherwise, because I can't imagine that they wrote each episode, then wrote the intro, and then got him in. They must have written the intros in bulk and then written the episodes around those. Yeah,
I guess so. This is the only episode that Emmett Brown and Clara Brown do not appear in the animated episode. And this was the one we watched.
Oh, typical. We always do this.
So this was recommended to us on a list of the best Back to the Future episodes because it's heavily Biff featured. And I do think Biff is the best thing about this episode. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I do like the. I'm assuming. I don't know if this is how it actually is because I haven't seen any of the other episodes. I'm assuming that it is like a Tannen descendant. Tannen ancestor in every episode.
I would
have
have loved
idea.
it.
I like that.
I'd love it if there was a Tannen dinosaur in the past.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, I do like that.
But this episode, I don't think is very good generally, and I can't imagine it's a great ambassador for the show in general because it's missing Doc Brown.
Yeah.
But there's the skeleton of something here.
Yeah. For sure.
But it's just not great. It's not great. I mean, we're barely talking about it. So, I can't remember a single joke that landed.
No, I can't. I mean, I thought it was quite funny. The Ox, was he called? The giant guy, the boxer who was in the I want to say club. He was in the club with them.
The
He was in
Tannen
the
gang.
Yeah. Where Marty goes inside the safe and he just picks the safe up and runs out with it. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was good. But
other than that.
other than that,
in Roman holiday in 1st century Rome, there is a nobleman named Bifficus Antony. Bifficus Antanini.
that's good.
That's good. There's a
That's
Goodman
good.
Tannen. There's Lord Biffingham in 14th century England. General Beauregard Tannen, who was in the Confederate Army. Yeah, he was. There was a Tannen in each one.
That's good.
Doc and Marty encounter a 16th century Spanish conquistador referred to as Bifernando de la Tannen. Australian prison warden Mungo P. Tannen in 1790. Diamond Jim Tannen, a gangster in 1897. Ziff Tannen in 2091, Hill Valley.
Ziff.
Ziff, that's fun. Epiphaniza Tannen. Yeah, I like that.
That's what
fun.
you want.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want. Again, like, there is so much potential with this show that I feel like if it was written now, it'd be a much better cartoon.
Yeah, I would like them to see another Telltale Games series of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Because that was fun. I like the concept of that.
I did like the theme tune.
I hated
thought,
the theme tune. I thought it sounded
Right.
like we've got Huey Lewis in the news
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, like I said, Louis Hewis.
Yeah, Louis
The
Hewis.
alternative. But I actually think Back in Time is a better song than Power of Love. I think it's
Yeah.
more appropriate for the content.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think like it's quite a catchy song. I don't think it was performed very well, but they
No.
obviously didn't have the rights to the performance.
Yeah, very clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as theme tunes go, I think both these theme tunes are, okay for cartoons, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That we've definitely heard some worse, and they're catchy. That's the thing. Even if you don't like them, they're catchy, and you want your theme tune to be catchy.
Yeah, they were quite good at doing theme tunes in the early 90s.
Yeah. I did not like this episode.
No, it was boring.
Not enough happened, and
Yeah.
the reason not enough happened was because they devoted so much time to the intro and the outro.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't need to learn how to make invisible ink out of lemon juice.
Yeah, that's when I was saying earlier about them like trying to do that educational aspect to it.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary because the actual content of the episode, you're not learning anything. There was no like historical, nothing mattered historically. No. They were all invented characters in an invented place. It just happened to be taking place in the 1870s or whenever. But we weren't learning anything, so they didn't need to do like the Bill Nye bit.
Nope.
It seemed weird to me. It's like they were trying to, have their cake and eat it too.
And then go back in time and eat it again.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you do that, you've already eaten the cake, so the cake doesn't exist in the future, so you can't eat it for the first place.
Or does it?
Oh, no.
Does it, right?
Does it?
Does any of this matter?
No.
No. Absolutely 100% not. I would give this I feel it's a couple of marks lower than Bill and Ted. Because I feel Bill and Ted had some jokes that at least landed, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this didn't have any jokes that made sense, and I didn't really like the mischaracterization of Marty. So I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah, 4.
All right.
I'll be a bit nicer to it.
I didn't like the animation as much either.
No, I mean the one that I found on Dailymotion, the quality was absolutely horrendous.
Oh yeah, it was horrendous.
Really, really awful. So that kind of made it difficult to watch. Like I wouldn't use that to mark it down any because that's not their fault in any way.
Yeah,
that was just the person who uploaded it was trying to get past auto moderation. So it was at a weird angle. And half the screen was missing, and the audio was blown out really, really badly. Like I had to skip the Doc Brown part at the start because the audio was so bad. It was sort of blasting the speakers. I thought this is just going to be annoying, so I had to skip it.
Yeah, I couldn't really hear what was going on.
Yeah,
for large parts of the intro and outro, it was just too much. It was the episode just didn't have enough content. Like the intro wasn't funny, even though it had Christopher Lloyd. How do you waste Christopher Lloyd?
I know. Yeah.
It's like one of the funniest actors there is. He's genuinely like he's old school, almost vaudevillian in his comic timing. And to waste him so badly is just a bit sinful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's shameful in a way.
They should really think about what they did.
Yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves. But yeah, I guess a 3 for me, a 4 for you. So a 3.5 on average.
Well done, Back to the Future.
Could do much, much better. Do we have any emails?
I'm just having a look now. Let me have a look. I'm sure we've got some spam emails.
All right. While Spivsy looks, I'm going to read out what the theme of the next few episodes will be, so you can watch in advance if you want. So this is episode 103 is our next one. We're going to be tackling psychological comedy cartoons. So we're going to watch Undone and Midnight Gospel. For 104, we're going to be headed into black comedy. So we're going to watch BoJack Horseman and Tuca and Bertie. And then we're going to head into High Fantasy 2. And for 105, we're going to watch The Pirates of Darkwater and Conan the Barbarian.
Yay!
And I'm excited about all of those because I like all those cartoons.
We've got no emails.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you have fucked that, audience. You could have been listening to us for another 20 minutes talk about cartoons, but now you've gone and fucked it. So if you want to unfuck it, then you need to head over to your email account of choice and then send us an email to toonhounds@gmail.com. We answer all emails. Even the ones that we don't want to read.
I read them. I might not, send replies to them. But
we've never received an email that we don't want to read, really.
No. Mostly it's just like promotional emails from people who are trying to get us to like join different things.
Yeah.
Like, your SEO's bad. Why not join the Poopcast?
Podbean.
We'll change it for you. Like, leave me alone. I don't care about SEO.
Pod poop.
Yeah, pod poop. Like I just opened up the promotions tab. There's one from Deepcast. Who the hell are Deepcast?
Never heard of these people. Yeah.
No, Wharton. What's that? Apple Podcasts. Never heard of them.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't need to. We don't need to be part of a podcast. If there's any, not an affiliate service, if there's anything that Normal Boots and the fiasco there has taught me is that don't hitch your wagon to other
that
people.
apple
Just,
cart.
just live on your own. Like there is always, there's always like I always get a few messages like every like year or something. It's like why don't the Continue Boys do like this sort of like continue verse and get everything under one roof. And I was like, because it fucking doesn't work. And Normal Boots is a pure sign of that. Like, to be fair,
and we're
Josh
not in
knows.
that era anymore.
No, absolutely not.
Early in the earlier days of YouTube, that was used as like a promotional thing. Like if your friends were doing something, you could say, here are my other friends. But that's not how the YouTube landscape works anymore.
No. And like to be fair, like what are Continue getting out of it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
More hassle.
Yeah.
Leave them alone. We're happy to be affiliated by, association. Absolutely. If you're watching Continue, if more accurately, if you're listening to Toonhounds, you're probably watching Continue, right?
Yeah,
you're probably up the chain. Yeah. Like we are at the bottom of the giant Continue apple tree with a bag
we're
trying
like
to catch the falling apples. Yeah. Yeah, we're all the way back in the shed with the farm equipment that never gets touched. And we're happy with that. We're absolutely fine with that. But yeah, send us an email. Support the show if you can. Head over to patreon.com/toonhounds and support us there. You get access to our other sidecast where we talk about Daredevil, called Daredevil in the Details, which, is it out?
Yeah, it's out, yeah. It's available on Patreon.
We had fun doing that one.
What was it? Issues 26 to 37 of Brian Michael Bendis' run in Volume 2 of Daredevil between September 2001 and October 2002, I think.
Wow. You didn't have that written down. You perfectly pulled that out of your head.
Yeah. I might have gotten the
That's
October part right, but it was definitely from September 2001 because the issue was released like 2 weeks after 9/11.
Yeah. Yeah, which is what kind of pushed on the Daredevil era of sadness.
Yes.
Which is the best Daredevil era. But we'll record another one of those soon because I want to read. I want to read the next volume because it was just great reading that again. Although I'm reading TMNT at the moment again, the IDW one, because now I've got the 18 volumes before apparently the quality dips. And they're all Spiffy. They all look on the shelf. They all look great.
Oh,
they're
nice.
all the same. Like they've got banding on the back that looks like a samurai.
Is there none where like the text will suddenly shift to the bottom of the spine or anything like that?
No.
Oh wow, that's
I'm
the
going to show
dream.
you. I'm going to show you a picture of them all on a shelf because someone else has got them undoubtedly. So I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to send you a picture later.
About things on shelves, it drives me absolutely insane. My copy of Suspiria, the Dario Argento version, the text is facing the opposite way to every other Blu-ray that I've got on the shelf.
Oh, fuck off.
It's so irritating. Like, and even if you flip it upside down, the little logo for like the production company is upside down then. So I have to put it on the shelf upside down for it to face the same direction as everything else.
Oh man, that's such a load of shit. I hate that stuff. With the Daredevil volumes that we're reading at the moment, the spine to... I'm sure I showed you this before. The spine to volume 2 is completely different than the spines to 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6.
Yeah.
It just drives me insane. I'm going to send you a picture. This is the how the IDW Turtles collection looks.
Oh, that's really cool. They look like samurai swords.
And 1 to 18 are like this.
That's really nice. And
they've all got a picture of one of the main characters on the front, and it's always different.
That's really cool.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I just love that. I love when people pay attention to aesthetics with collectibles and stuff like that, because they understand the audience that they're working for, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm reading IDW TMNT, and it's just the best. It's so good. So good. You reading anything at the moment, comic-wise?
No, not at the moment. No, I'm watching things more at the moment. Yeah.
Did you go on?
I've been watching Dimension 20 on Dropout.
Oh, cool.
Different D&D stuff. I've been watching Never Stop Blowing Up, which is so much fun. It's unbelievable. Like, this is the first series that I've gone through to try to watch all the episodes because they're like 2.5 hour long episodes, so it's a bit of a commitment. But it's so funny. They're all playing characters who work in a video rental store who have been sucked into an action movie and are now playing action movie archetypes inside the movie.
That's cool.
So they're playing like two characters at once. So it's like the security woman, the woman who works in the security office in the mall where the video rental store is now playing Jack Manhattan, who's the John McClane archetype. So she's like a New York City cop who keeps accidentally shooting people, and it's really, really funny.
That's really cool. I like that body swap type of show. Like, that's the thing I liked most about the Jumanji remake, the fact that they're all in different bodies. Like, the film is not great, but the element of body swap and stuff like that is always really fun to me.
It's really fun.
We've just finished Shogun, which was really great. I would recommend that to anyone. It's just really slow, but in the best way, where it's slow so that the characters can be built up and they can have meaningful dialogue and stuff like that. And then over 2 nights we watched Adolescence, which was one of the best written things I've ever seen. Every episode is done in one long shot.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
It's really clever camera work. To the point where I was trying to find out how they did it.
Yeah, I liked in that there's no mystery to it. There's no who did it.
Yeah, you know from episode 1.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good idea.
Did you watch it all?
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I thought it was a bit too much for me, and I didn't finish it.
The 3rd episode is the best.
Yeah.
The 3rd episode is the best. We watched all 4, and it does... I don't want to be that person. It does hit more as a parent, obviously, because it would there's no way it wouldn't hit more as a parent.
Yeah.
But the writing in it is so good, and Stephen Graham was absolutely phenomenal in the last episode. He co-wrote it. I didn't even know that, but he co-wrote it. He's such a good writer. Really good. And then what else are we watching at the moment? We watched House Full of Dynamite on
I've
Netflix.
heard of that. Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it, but it is a sort of Rashomon-esque story. But it was very, very tense. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I enjoyed it. It's hard to tell when it's a horror and it's suspenseful.
Yeah.
I like it. But when it is based on real life and it is like suspenseful, I'm just like, am I enjoying the suspense or am I enjoying the story? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But it's definitely worth a watch. This weekend I'm going to watch the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein.
Yes, I am as well. Yeah.
And I'm going to
watch
try
it at some
and
point. Yeah.
I'm going to try and get out and see Predator Badlands because Josh said it was really fun. And I really like Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
I think she was... Have you ever seen The Great?
Yeah, is that the one about Catherine?
Yeah, Catherine the Great. And
yes. Yeah.
Nicholas Hoult is in it as well.
Yeah, I have seen
really
that.
good.
He's the Tsar, isn't he?
He is the Tsar of Russia. Yeah, Tsar Nicholas.
Yeah.
Just that show is really funny. Really, really funny. So I really like Dakota Fanning. I think she's good. No, wait a minute. Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning. Yeah, the other
Elle
one.
Fanning, yeah. The better one. No disrespect to Dakota Fanning, but...
yeah, she was great in War of the Worlds.
Yeah, she was good in Man on Fire as well. I really liked her in that. But yeah, watch Adolescence if you can. It's on Netflix. So is House Full of Dynamite and Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So, Netflix producing things of actual quality.
Oh, that's insane, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's because they're doing one series things. They're not like, ending things on a cliffhanger and then it's not getting renewed.
Yeah, we don't... Yeah, they're stupid when they do that. They should just let them sit for a couple of series.
Yeah. They know it's not going to get renewed. So,
yeah. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like how they treated Cowboy Bebop, and what else have they cancelled after one series? Chaos, which was great. Yeah. But Netflix producing some good stuff recently, and we've watched a lot of Netflix-related cartoons recently.
Yes,
I imagine they got a fuck ton of money for K-pop Demon Hunters, so...
Yeah, that's been renewed. They're getting a new movie of that.
Yep.
They're getting a sequel.
I'm not surprised.
It's in like 2029, the release date was, which isn't a real year. Like I don't want to know about anything past 2027, basically. After that, it doesn't exist. Yeah.
Jesus. Like most of the kids, I say most of the kids will be aged out, but it seems to be catching everyone from ages 2 to 40. So
yeah.
Right. Apart from that, I think we're done. We did a little bit of a tangent to extend for the fact that we got no emails. If you don't send emails, I suppose we'll have to tangent more. So it's in your best interests to send emails. Otherwise, we'll start talking about really boring shit like how we do our washing and things like that.
Oh, no.
Washing cast.
Don't do it.
Smithsy's clothes stand up. He has to bend. He has to creak them in order to get into
I buy new clothes every day.
It's like Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got a walk-in
Thank
closet.
Thank you for listening. We really appreciate your support in whatever way you can give it to us. Tell your friends about us if they like cartoons.
Or if they like us.
Suggest it to people that you want to see guest on the show. If you want to see someone guest on the show.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if...
I was just... Imagine if somebody like knew us but didn't know this podcast. Like they you recommended the podcast. Like, oh yeah, that's Rich and Spivsy. I know them. Like, but I don't never listen to anything they've made because no one.
Well, like people like Malonite who have recently started listening to the podcast, they knew of us.
Yeah.
But hadn't listened to Toonhounds before.
Yeah,
that's not shouting at you as a bad example, Malonite.
We're always getting our grubby fingers into other people's business.
I feel like that with Storylords, though. Like, anyone we pull over from, like, M-Class or Continue is good. I appreciate the fact that Storylords is now doing better. having more patrons than M Class. That's a surprising thing that took us over a little while ago, because we've only been doing Story Lords for coming up to 3 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and that's coming to its season conclusion soon. I think we've got about 4 more episodes left. I'll be glad to finish the season and have a break and start on some new stuff. Start on some quote unquote new stuff. Because
are you going to do? Are you going to do a season 4 of the Omniverse thing, or are you going to pivot? Do you think? Do you think you're going to do?
I don't know.
No.
So I want to. So obviously the season 3 finale is going to end in a place where there is going to be a new series of that at one point.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is I want to really punish everyone and make them wait a year for it.
Nice. Yeah.
So I had a good, almost like superhero idea I wanted to do. But it depends on how I feel, because sometimes like you go away for a year and then you come back and you're like, I don't want to write about these people anymore. So I might tell a standalone with some like a season 4 that is a bit different, with some real standalone episodes, because I've really liked doing the episodic sort of Twilight Zone-y episodes this season, which, you know, I think have been some of my best episodes, because I can really lean into the sort of like tell a story in 10 to 14 pages and then just stop and never think about it again. But that's hard to do for a whole season, because like Rod Sterling didn't write every episode of Twilight Zone.
No, yeah.
And he couldn't have. I think it would have drove him mad.
Yeah, he did. He certainly didn't write them all on a bi-weekly basis.
No. No. That's something that I think most people don't appreciate about Story Lords. Like, coming up with a new concept every 2 weeks. Like, we didn't even do that for TTOS. We had bags of time. We wrote loads before we actually got to recording some. And like writing consistently for 2 weeks, and I don't think everyone is a home run by any stretch of the imagination, but like writing a consistent level of writing for every 2 weeks for 3 years has been, you know,
it's a crazy thing to do.
Yeah, no sane person would do that. Like Josh and Dom's old stories used to be like 2-3 pages.
Yeah.
And
you
we
did
have
like
just
18. Yeah.
8, like that. The one I did that was really long, the Dukes of Lead's alternate one, was I think 18 pages. It was like an hour long.
Yeah.
It was just too much. I shouldn't have written that much, but I couldn't stop. I was enjoying it, and that's a good sign, right?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you don't have to worry about like editing yourself, really, do you?
No, I do edit on the fly.
Yeah, I do that. I mean, it's not like you send it to a publisher and they're going to say, no, we need 20,000 words cut from this, or else it's not going to sell.
Well, also, like sometimes if you leave a mistake in, and I do leave mistakes in purposefully sometimes, or like a callback to when I said she walked in feet first, and I was like, that's how people walk. That's not a description. I knew that I'd put that in, and I left it because I knew I could make a joke at my own expense out of it. And sometimes that's fun. Yeah. Sometimes people latch on to the fact that I've made a joke about myself and use it to beat me over the head with, and I'm just kind of like, you don't need to do that. I deliberately did it.
Yeah, I mean, on it. I had in my story that I wrote for my fan fiction stuff. He got a new phone, and I wanted to have a joke that it was a really old phone and that it had a sticky H key on the physical keypad. I put in the story, the keypad was physical with a sticky H key, where, you know, I didn't use the H's. Yeah. And somebody replied saying, "Oh, you made some typos there." I thought,
no!
Obviously.
Deliberately!
Really irritating.
God, people are so stupid. So stupid. Right, we've tangented enough. Thank you as always. We really enjoy your company while we review these cartoons. If you have any suggestions of things we can review, then you need to be a patron in order to suggest them to us on our Discord. Discord is really chill.
It is. Yeah.
I will say that. If you've been in Discords where it's not so chill, the Toonhounds Discord is lovely. It's a really nice place to be, and everyone's very respectful, and they talk about cartoons and talk about the show, and are largely unintrusive. So you not going to really need to respond to 17 different messages a day. There's it's nice and quiet, and I like going there. So so if you want to be a true fan, true Toon fan, head over to there, and you can suggest stuff for us to watch. Right, next 3 episodes are planned out. We will try and stay so that we're 2 ahead every time to give you time to watch. But thank you again. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we're going to do the same.
Bye.
So see you next time. Bye.